Hello friends, in this session I'm gonna show you how to use sequence container in different use case scenarios. Now let's go and add new package and go to SSIS toolbox. Under containers you will see sequence container. Let's drag sequence container into package designer. Now let's try to understand when to use sequence container. Let's assume you have different types of tasks. Few tasks are related to validation, few tasks are related to actual execution, and few tasks are related to post execution. So to group this kind of tasks into three different groups and to define workflow, that means execution order between these three different control flow groups, we use sequence container. So let's have a look in action now. Let's create few tasks. Suppose I'm using expression task and I'm renaming it to task 1 and it's related to validation. Let's assume. Let's configure this to get rid of that error. 1 equal to 2, let's say. Okay, and let's copy and paste again, and let's define this as task 2 related to again validation. Task 3 validation again. So I have three tasks related to type validation. So it could be anything. So you can relate this kind of scenarios into your case scenarios. It's not only specific to validation, execution, and post validation. It could be any type of different types of tasks, Okay, now let's copy this and paste again and define it as task 1 execute and task 2 execute, task 3 execute. So let's copy this again and okay, let's keep it like this. So now let's say you want to group this task. So in how many ways you can group in SSIS package? So let me group this without sequence container. Right click and group. So it groups these two tasks. But the disadvantage with group is we can't see the precedence constants. We can't map or we can't create a workflow between two different groups or control flows. Okay, so we can't use group in this scenario. So that's where we use sequence container. Understand? So that's how. Let's drag those into sequence container and name it as validation task. So this is the name it defines here. So and then add another sequence container and copy this task into sequence container and rename it as execution task. And then let me copy this validation task and paste again and call it as post validation task. And let me rename this again, pre-validation task. So let's execute this package. It's executed, right? So this is one case scenario. And another one, if I want to disable all pre-validation tasks, then instead of doing this like this for each task, we can disable all the tasks using sequence container properties. So we can also use sequence container to control the parameters of all the tasks within that container. So let's enable it again. And now let's define the workflow. So let's define the precedence constraint. We can drag, so it is allowing us to define precedence constraint and to define control flow between different groups and also different group and a control flow task. Let's say we have a separate control flow task here, and we can map that here as well. So it allows different mappings, different precedence constraint, different execution flows, multiple execution flows, I mean. So in this way, like we design the task. Okay, so this one, let's say failure log. So let's change this into failure. So when if it is fails, it goes to failure log related task. And then so we can also use post validation. You can also map like this. Sorry. Okay, and we can also define precedence constraint between the individual tasks like this. If these tasks are related to each other and we want to execute that in an order, we can define control flow between these tasks as well. So these are the different use case scenarios of sequence container. Okay, let's execute this package now. So executed. So if the first task fail, if the first sequence container fail, then it comes to failure without going to the second execution task, because we have defined this precedence constraint. So does it make sense? If you have any questions, please feel free to put a comment here. I will answer. So thanks for watching my video. Please like, subscribe and share to encourage me to do more videos like this. Thank you.